Pick up, everybody. Welcome back to TJ Warren TV. Welcome back to episode 113 of American Idiots. No guests, no fat, no nothing. You got me, you got Dow, you got the chat. We're going to be hanging out with the chat. We are going to be talking some footy. We're going to be talking Arsenal and injuries. We have some issues on our back line, which we are going to have to talk about and obviously get your thoughts in the chat. We will be previewing this weekend's game against Aston Villa. Unai Emery's Aston Villa. Good evening, mate. And then we have, if we have a little bit of Dal, I would love to talk about the World Cup draw and how much of a shit show that was. Did you watch it?
No, but I saw some images on Instagram and I kind of looked over the group. It's a World Football Peace Prize, really? Okay. Ripping families apart in America, but you get the World FIFA Football.
The World Peace Prize, dude. While he's actively blowing up the Venezuelan fishermen boats, but
right.
World Peace Prize
and our beautiful people in the Middle East, but that's for a different show for a different day, I think.
That's a different show, different day. But yeah, we'll talk about it at the end of the show. But guys, smash the like, subscribe to the channel. Get your comments in as well, whether you are watching the video after the live or during. We love talking to you guys as usual. Yeah, we're going to have to talk about that AFC Always, bro, because it was fun. It was bad. It was actually like I was going through all of my WhatsApp groups and apologizing. Like all my international WhatsApp groups, I'm like, I swear to God, from the sane Americans, I apologize.
This isn't how 85% of true Americans feel.
Yeah, and it's just like you got Rio up there. Let's just talk about it now. You got Rio up there. It's fucking cringe. You have it was like Salma Hayek going in there, and you can tell that she was just like delivering lines and Rio was like responding to the lines. It was some of the most cringe like skit performance that I have ever seen in my life. And you got Rio Ferdinand like up there trying to act or actually deliver anything. It was just awful, man. It was just awful. And then, not to get too political, but the fact that we're giving the president of the United States a peace award is actually hilarious. And if you believe that this president is a peaceful person, I have some fucking oceanfront property in Arizona to sell you. This guy is a fraud. Okay, so don't believe anything that you see that this guy is involved in. And I can say that about a Democratic president, a Republican president. When I see a fraud, I see a fraud, and this guy is fucking fraud. Right. Okay, so there you go.
Yeah, and I'm going to just add a little caveat to that. Andy's a mass murderer.
Yeah.
And a 34-time felon.
Yeah, 34-time felon. So anytime anybody says, oh, America's the greatest country on earth, yeah, we're run by a fucking crazy-ass despot. So anyway, all right, back to the football. We'll talk about the World Cup draw at the end here, but I do want to talk about Arsenal first because me and Dal, I don't think we've met up since the last UCL game. Actually, was it?
It's been a couple weeks. I think it's been
a couple weeks. We had
Friday before we did.
Yeah. We're going to talk about Manchester United too, and big up Sheik and Flawless because Sheik went out to Manchester and he got to see that. So that's fun. That's fun for him. But yeah, Arsenal, man, a couple of injuries. Obviously, we've gotten some good results. I think. Obviously, I was upset, but not too upset about the Chelsea result. Obviously, not winning against 10 men against Stamford Bridge is disappointing, but I think you take the points and leave after a bad day at the office like that. Obviously, we have an easy day at the office with Brentford. I never thought we were going to lose that game at any point, but we lose Christian Mascara to a long-term injury, 6 to 8 weeks. We don't know when Gabriel's going to be back. He has at least a month left, I believe. And then we still don't have a timetable on Saliba. So, Dow, what are your thoughts right now on the injury situation, man?
Well, I read today that Saliba, if he trains today, will be available tomorrow. So our friends over there in the UK would probably know a little bit more than us because they're 8 hours ahead. For my time zone, I think 5 hours ahead of yours or 6 hours ahead. So our folks here in the chat, big up Hendo, Acers, always, Godfrey. I think I saw somebody else in here. Warrior
J. Big up Warrior J, man. We haven't seen Warrior J in a minute.
Good to have you guys all here with us today. And yes, Hendo, 4:30 a.m. kickoff. And I'm still debating if I will be up for that. It depends how my sleep schedule is. If I go to bed early enough tonight, maybe. But to be 100% honest,
I might be watching a replay myself, bro.
yeah, because I hate getting up at 4:15 in the morning for a 0-0 draw, right? But anyway, that's not my prediction necessarily. But anyway, great to have everybody here. I think we are fucked. I think defensively we are really screwed if Saliba, Mascara, and Gabrielle, of course, are out. Hincape, do I trust Timber at center back? Yes and no. I do more than Ben White, who was phenomenal against Brentford and my man of the match. And I think
absolutely, absolute man of the match. Great performance,
very
man.
Professional performance from him. And to be honest, he's taking the lumps as well as like Martinelli has, right? How much we wanted to sell him and so forth. We were looking at selling Ben White. Is he really good enough? He comes back from injury. He plays in a game. I still think the 3 points was huge for us against Brentford. We needed that 5-point gap against City, 9 points against Chelsea. Hold that. And also, I think that Declan Rice may be a little sketchy for tomorrow, to be honest.
I heard that was a what's it called? A cramp. Jeez.
Okay. Well, from your lips to God ears, my friend, because without Rice, Saliba, Gabrielle, Mascara, we are in deep, deep doo-doo. But other than that, I'm a little confident for this game. And I'm going to throw my prediction out there now, knowing that it's a Villa. I think it's got 1-1 written all over it because they have won 8 straight. They look very good in attack. They look very good defensively at this point in time. Now, I don't know their schedule. I don't know the teams they've played. Maybe there's been some schmucks in there, some bums. But other than that, Emery, again, on a run, right? He did this at Arsenal. I think we went on a 21 or 22 game unbeaten streak with Emery when the short time he was with us. If I remember correctly, if I'm wrong, somebody tell me in the chat, but I'm pretty sure it was 22 games, all comps. But coming from, I think they were 17th at one point to now.
They went the first 5 matches. I'm getting a little bit of an echo on your side.
How about now?
Yeah. Still.
Okay. Still. Let me turn down my mic. Okay.
Yeah. Turn down.
Is that a little bit better?
Testing. A little bit. I'm still hearing it a little bit, but yeah. Let's just talking about. You bring up Aston Villa's last couple of games. They're third in the Premier League right now, which they did not score. Okay, it's gone. Thank you for doing that. Yeah. They did not score in their first 5 matches of the Premier League season. They were dead last through 5 matches. Now they're in third. In their first 5 matches, they played Newcastle, Brentford, Palace, Everton, Sunderland.
Okay,
and they didn't get a win. They didn't get a win until September 28th, which was a 3-1 win over Fulham. And yes, I am reading this off, people, by the way.
Perfect.
But their last run of games, man. I mean, they're not playing any giants. Let's be real about that. They were one of Liverpool's only wins in their last 13. Liverpool beat them 2-0. But then they went to the Europa League and beat Tel Aviv. They've beaten Bournemouth 4-0, Leeds 2-1, Wolves 1-0, Brighton 4-3. Jesus,
and then they played.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. So, I mean, they've been on a little bit of a run, and obviously they beat Man City 1-0. Everybody remembers that. So, I'm of the opinion that we're perfectly capable of beating them. I think if this was at the Emirates, I'd be a lot more confident, but I'm not really confident about this. Like if you're asking me to call it now, I'm calling like a 2-1 or a 1-1, and I think it's going to be boring, to be honest with you. Like I'm just not confident just based off the facts. Big up Becky every single time as well. Dude, we got freaking Latvian Gooners here. We haven't seen Latvian Gooner in a minute. Big up Latvian Gooner as well, man. I just like, and this is why I'm like, am I really gonna get up for it? Like, I can get up and do a match reaction a little bit later. I'm more of the opinion that, like, especially with the injuries, like I don't think we hold a clean sheet. And if I had confidence that we were gonna hold a clean sheet, I would be a little bit more like jacked up for this game, but I'm not. Like
Right.
we didn't score against Brentford until late in the match, and it was Saka scoring against Kelleher with Kelleher with spaghetti hands. Like this guy he looked very, very bad on that goal. Like big up Saka, don't get me wrong, my baller, but the goal was a little
well, yeah,
rough.
I mean the Moreno goal, in the 11th minute was fantastic. Assist from Ben White, but
Yep.
that Saka goal, bro, I'm sorry, Gyökeres was wide open, and if he would have missed that, we would have been back to greedy Saka like we were the week before. Because
True.
I mean, yeah, Keller maybe just messed that up a bit, but Gyökeres was screaming for the ball, was literally 4 yards away, and would have just pounded it top bins. This is where I think that with the service and our directness to our striker is non-existent.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Moreno, yes, he's playing well for filling in for the role, but again, he's always, to me, he has to be at the right place at the right time. And I know that's kind of true with all strikers, but it seems so like Moreno isn't the one to get the ball in the attacking third and make some sort of run with it. He won't create anything, right?
No, he's more of a false. Like he's gonna be there to drop back and
right? And
be there for us crossed.
For that too, right? I mean, I'll give him credit for that. He has come through for us the last 3 or 4 weeks. So there's, we just don't want to see him in midfield, but he's very much like Kai Havertz. He just needs to be, left up top and left alone practically. But, I don't want to see him start again. I mean, if Victor Gyökeres is fit and ready to play, we need that sort of up-tempo pressuring. And I know Moreno's been decent at pressuring, but it hasn't been as good as Gyökeres. But I also don't want to see him exert all his energy pressing something that doesn't really need pressing a lot of the time, right? Villa, you can press him, yes. And I get that's part of our game plan. That's part of our style of play. But this guy's getting gassed. You can see it. I can see it. Our friends in the chat can see it. So when that service does come to him, he kind of flops the ball around a bit, TJ, to be honest. And I just want to see him touch it on the outside of his foot and bang it into the goal. And even Odegaard had opportunities where Gyökeres was running off the shoulder of the center back and he wouldn't play it to a direct through ball. He'd play it out wide to Saka. And I'm sorry, but Odegaard slowed the whole game down. There's a distinct difference between having Eze in that 10 and having Odegaard there. And we've won nothing with Odegaard there, right? Nothing. We know what we get week in and week out with this tricky player that can cut open defenses when he wants to. And that's the thing. Gyökeres has given him opportunities before he got injured to just play a straight through ball while he's playing off the center back shoulder. I mean, if you go back and watch that game, there's like 3 or 4 opportunities that Odegaard again touches it, turns around, passes it back, passes it laterally to the side, while Gyökeres is kind of putting his hands up. Like, I don't know what they're wanting this guy to do. Is he just like a bait? Is he just a bait the center backs? And it's not direct enough for me, TJ. It's just not direct enough. And it's going to be even tougher with Aston Villa. So I'm not getting up at 4:15 in the morning, I don't think, to watch. I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw. And if we score first, they're definitely going to score one because they're kind of, Ollie Watkins is on a streak. Daniel Mullen is looking
Daniel
really
Mullen's
good.
balling out.
They got Tielemans, the Kamara's playing well. Onana, I think it's Onana, right? Is okay. Big up, buddy.
Big up Chinlu, man. Every single time, man.
I just don't see where the breakthrough's going to really come unless it's maybe a cross ball. Moreno gets ahead on it. And Rice may have a cramp, but he's not going to be 100% for tomorrow. Yeah. I just have a
let me
not 100%.
Yeah, let's address the super chat because we don't get many super chats on this channel, and that's not a cry out. That's not a bitch. That's just me saying it. Big up Becky for the super chat. He says, TJ, would you take Ekatike over Victor in hindsight? Hindsight 2020, probably. Just because I think he fits into just because I think he's a little bit better on the ball than Gyökeres is. I think Ekatike has adopted to the Premier League a little bit better than Gyökeres so far. That's not me shitting on Gyökeres. I think what Dal has said has some validity. Don't get me wrong. I think that we need to build around Gyökeres a little bit more than we have been. Whereas, we're trying to force Gyökeres to fit into Mikel Arteta's system. I think Ekitike fits into Mikel Arteta's system a little bit better, which is why I would say yes. But that isn't, hindsight. That's hindsight 2020. Obviously, I was jacked about getting Gyökeres over the summer. I still think he can bang. I still think that he, and this sucks to say. I was saying this on Flawless's channel the other night. I still think he needs time. I still think that the injury didn't help. I think that it's going to take a player like him who's been playing in Liga NOS for the past 3 seasons to get up to the Premier League level. And people say, oh, well, he's played in England before. Okay, great. That was the championship. Completely different. Completely different, and it was a long time ago. So that's all I'm saying. Yeah, long answer to a short question. Yes, but I still believe in Victor Gyökeres. I have Victor Gyökeres' shirt. I think that he is going to bang for us eventually. It's just going to take a little bit of time. So yeah, no, big up for the super chat though every single time, Becky. And if you guys want to donate to the channel, we will interrupt the conversation that we are having we are having to answer your super chats. Big up everybody as well. Okay, no, getting back to what you were saying though, like we have, I think it's fair to say we still have open play problems. Yep. I'm not convinced by our consistency. How about that? For lack of a better word, consistency moving forward. I was very, very impressed with our performances against Bayern. The Bayern win gave me a lot of confidence going up against Chelsea, but Chelsea again, man, like we just kind of showed our ass a little bit against Chelsea, and the fact that we couldn't get around 10 men. And don't get me wrong, like they played a very, very strong 10 against us, but just the fact that it was against 10 and they had they had players like freaking Malo Gusto playing and all these players that could be gotten at, but we couldn't score. Like, big up Reece James had a fucking world-class performance against us. But at the end of the day, a team that is winning the league, a team that is 5 points clear right now, 7 points clear, should be scoring against a 10-man Chelsea.
I think we're 9 points clear because that lost to Leeds, to be honest.
Yeah, 9 points clear Chelsea, but we're not 9 points clear Man City.
No, true. Oh no, Man City. No, of course not.
Chelsea are if Man City if Man United had won yesterday, they would have been even with Chelsea on points. I just want everybody to do that.
Okay. Well, they didn't. They drew West Ham.
They didn't. They drew. I can't. These fucking guys, man. It's so funny.
I love it. The Chelsea game was a letdown. Yeah, I know, but it's a 38-game season, and we've talked many times. I even talked with Tony, and of course with Hendu in the chats, and even with our man Lee Gunner and Kenny Ken and DJB and all the legends. Right? It's like there's games that aren't just going to work out for us. The Sunderland game didn't work out for us, but I thought we played okay. The first half was fine in the
Sunderland game. We just turned off and that was a moments game, man. That was a moments game.
And the Chelsea thing is, again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Who ended up with the worst, out of that? They did. They lost their best midfielder for the next 3 games, and it proved to be decisive in the Leeds win.
I was told Alex Santos was good. Audrey Santos was going to be a good enough backfill.
I was told that too. Well, Santos, we're okay. I think my man Daniel said something like that. Daniel CFC, big up Daniel. But we're going to be fine, right? And Leeds absolutely hammered them. Let's be honest. It could have been 4. I think one goal was called offsides. So I just think this Chelsea team is pudding right now. You're going to get good. They're going to be good against or decent against teams that they are somewhat rivalry with, right? Us, City, United, Liverpool. They're going to put in, and Spurs, of course, they beat Spurs. They're going to put in. Players are going to show up for those games. But it's the other games that we've suffered from in the years past, right? Losing to Southampton, West Ham, Brighton, and so forth. And they're kind of suffering from that too by losing the lead. You can kind of see some similarities in that. But, they are cup team logic, 100%. But, there's a lot of teams that go down to 10 men and still draw. I think. Yep. I mean, shout out Hendo. He's been watching Arsenal for I think 35 plus years. I'm sure there's many games he could go back and remember where we were down to 10 men and still held on. So I don't really take that too much. Were they there for the taking? Yes, but we know our club well, and that we're not always going to exert that sort of offensive power, right? Mikel Arteta isn't that guy. right? He sees them down to 10 men. He's saying, okay, we'll go attack for 10 or 15 minutes, but then if it doesn't work out in the 85th minute, we're just going to pull back. And that's exactly what happened. There was 15 minutes in that second half that we were dominating them. We could have bagged one, but it just, Martinelli was shit again. Rice was, I think, kind of, not feeling 100% probably after the first half. And it was a real physical game. The refs put everyone kind of in this weird mood, I think, and was in the back of their heads because you never knew if you're going to get a yellow card just for touching somebody or full on tackles. I mean,
it was a very physical game, man.
Yeah, somebody elbowed, I think it was Hincape, and I think that might have been Caicedo, but somebody elbowed him out into the field. No call. And 2 minutes later, there's a weak ass call against one of our players and gets a yellow card. I mean, I think Cucurella should have been off in the first half.
I think Cucurella was lucky to not get. So here's where I think the game was lost a little bit.
Weirdness in that game.
No, and here's where I knew the game was going to be absolutely insane. The fact that Cucurella didn't get a yellow card on that first foul against Saka, I think absolutely opened up like the way Chelsea players thought they were going to be able to play that match.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yellow. Like, and that was a nailed on yellow. And this is how I equate it. If Chelsea fans had seen Urian Timber or the Italian underwear model, Mr. Calfiori, do that same fucking tackle on one of their players, they would have been crying for a yellow. So I don't feel bad about crying for a yellow on that one. I'm not gonna lie. But the Anthony Taylor lost fucking control of that match at that point. And I said, as soon as that didn't get a yellow and we were getting yellowed up, I'm like, there's going to be a red. There's 100% going to be a red in this match. And I was dropping in a group chats. I wasn't lucky enough to get on the betting apps and get there, but all I'm saying is that it was primed for a red card. And then you see Caicedo go out there and do one of the most cowardly, disgusting, fucking clown move tackles I've seen, and then prepare to be injured, and then be injured. And
then roll on the ground, right? Like he's the one that got hurt.
Like he's the one that got hurt. Like it was absolutely disgusting. Big up Seymour Butts. No, I'm of the opinion that look, that game was a one-off. Like you're not going to see many games like that in the Prem, and Chelsea shot themselves in the foot just like they shot themselves in the foot against Leeds, and now they have to focus on the cups. I think they are going to struggle to make top 4 at this point. So, respectfully, fuck Chelsea. They're scumbags, and a lot of the people. And I respect their content creators, but they can hold that too. Like I couldn't believe some of the shit that I was being told. I was big up Jimmy the Spliff, but this guy was telling me that I was emotional. Jimmy the Spliff told me I was being emotional. Come on, guys.
Jimmy Spliff too. But
let's be real.
Causing yelling and.
No. He's my guy, but he can hold that too. I remember he was holding a Arsenal cooking session before he held 3 against Leeds at Ellen Road. So look, you're not. Chelsea is not built for this. Like it's insane how the conversations had changed in a week. Like it's absolutely insane to me that we were calling Arsenal and Chelsea the best teams in the Premier League on form heading into that match, and then you see Chelsea just absolutely take a shit. They have They have gotten 1 point out of 6 possible after they were so confident that they were going to get a win at the bridge, which they were primed to. If Caicedo hadn't gotten a red card, I think they would have gotten it. To be honest with you, they were dominating.
The Jimmy Spliff calling our manly gunner Cigarette Sam was absolutely hilarious.
That was fucking hilarious, dude. That's so funny.
I mean, shit, that was harsh, but yeah.
Nobody can take an insult like Gunner. Let's be real, though. Come on, that guy gets trashed every which way from Sunday. He doesn't.
Calling Cigarette Sam was pretty freaking funny, dude. I even had a chuckle with that.
Well, and that's also hilarious coming from Jimmy. So
right? Yeah, he's spoken the whole time. But, no,
you guys got to let the Chelsea game go. I'm fine with letting the Chelsea game go. I'm not. Yeah. To be honest, Logic. And big yourself up for being here. I'm not upset by it. It was everybody. There was a lot of fervor around that and a lot of shit talk coming from the blue side of London about that. That's why I felt like I had to address it. Like we could talk. I mean, what do you want me to do here, Logic? You want me to talk about the Brentford match? Bro, I was working and watching the Nottingham Forest game at the same time. Like it was not exciting.
Yeah, it was not exciting, but it was a controlled performance, and I'm cool with that. But I also want to see us put our foot on the necks, right?
Yep.
And when you score in the 11th minute and nothing happens till the 86th minute, it's like, oh boy, it's one of those days because of 1-0 against Brentford, it wasn't safe, especially when they brought on what's his name, Tiago, or
Yep. Ivan
Igor,
Tiago.
is that his name?
Igor Tiago. Yeah. Igor Tiago.
Tiago, thank you. Yeah, because that guy's got 11 goals, I think, this season in the
Dude,
Prem.
dude, that guy's cooking. He should
Scorers.
be player of the month for November, man. He cooked. He's
Yeah,
very
so
good.
I just think like, oh, we're going to make a mistake because we got Hincape and Mascara, and now Mascara's out, and Timber's in there, and now he's kind of mistake-free, but Ben White is still in there, right? He could make a mistake defensively, even though he was solid. They're just like little things that always come back to bite us sometimes, but they just didn't, And of course, that second goal cleared the way for the win, but I just felt kind of unnervy because, again, it was Odegaard holding on to the ball, not being direct, passing it to Saka, passing it back, or even Madwecki, right? I don't know. It was just one of those run-of-the-mill performances, and I watched the whole game. I just didn't think there was that much to actually comment about. We had
That's why I wasn't
possession
rushing to
during
do
the
a
whole
match
match.
reaction. I wasn't
Yeah.
rushing to do a match reaction after that one.
No. I mean, and it's a game we really should have won, and we did. So we got, but those 3 points are still important because it does extend the gap, of course, right? If we would have drew that game or God forbid lost, right, City would be 2 points behind us, and that's and that to me spells doomsday because to me, February is a brand new season.
No, I
Right.
completely
Everything
agree
sort
with
of
you.
starts off again in February, right? You start to really analyze what's going on. We will be getting some injuries back, but I feel at this time that we've got to take every game as it goes, of course, and I've said that over and over. But this Villa game is another big one, and I just going there, knowing how they're in form, winning 6, 7 of 8 games. I think they've won 6 out of their last 8 or something like that. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a lot tougher than beating Brentford. It's going to be a lot tougher than going against Chelsea because Emery has these guys cooking right now. And even though Chelsea were the informed team, they've fallen off. I would say the informed teams right now are us and Villa.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. The only argument that I would make that like I'll be upset. I'm going to be honest with you. I will be upset if we don't at least get a result yet tomorrow because the teams that Aston Villa have beaten, there's only one, and it's Man City. Man City at home. The rest of them, I'm not going to lie to you. Like, yeah, you can only play. I hear it. You can only play who's in front of you and all that jazz.
Right.
But we're talking about a team that lost against Go Ahead Eagles. Okay, like these guys are there to be gotten at, and I will be very, very pissed off if that doesn't work.
Right.
And CS, we will talk about the World Cup draw, bro, at the end of the show. We will. We got to move through the different segments of the show, my guy. This is an Arsenal fan channel, and then we could talk about how the US are going to struggle to get out of their easy group. Mm-hmm. There was another comment here. Big up Dr. Seymour Butts, man. Happy birthday. If you're a little bit hungover, nobody's gonna blame you for sleeping through the game. I'm not even gonna be hungover, and I might be sleeping through the game. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's totally fine. Happy birthday, my guy. And then yeah, Nani. And here's the thing. I've been impressed by Nani Madueke. I still think he's a fantastic option off the bench for us. A lot of Chelsea fans. Oh yeah, we got rid of him. That's fine. But I think he is a good backup right winger for us. Or a good backup left winger. I think he's dynamic. I think he's fast. I think he's confident. He takes on his man. It's fantastic. L channel gonna flag you, big boy. Don't talk to a sub like that. What the hell? Okay, you can leave then. I don't care. The door is that way. Okay. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get some of these people that get so upset. Like if you don't like what we're talking about, there's a X in the right hand corner, like that anybody can press to leave. It's totally fine. I don't care. Yeah, and big up Mr. Dr. Seymour Butts again. No, but injury wise though, I want to ask you a question. I saw an interesting post from our guy Football Capo earlier today, and I thought it was a piss take, but it's true. It's true. Do you know who played center back at Borussia Dortmund early in his career, and he might be able to fill in at center back tomorrow if we need to? You know what I'm talking about?
Center back. Someone in our squad played for Borussia Dortmund as a center back.
Yep.
Uh,
You're gonna laugh. You're gonna laugh at who it is.
I probably am. Borussia Dortmund.
Like I'm
God,
talking
help
about.
me
I'm
out.
talking about like 8 years ago, 9 years ago when Aubameyang was still there. Like this was a
Oh
while
God.
ago. Yeah.
To fill in,
Mikel Moreno.
Moreno? He was at Borussia. I thought I knew he was at Newcastle and Sociedad. He was at Borussia Dortmund for a small time.
Yep. He was at Borussia Dortmund before he went to Newcastle.
Wow. Okay. Before he was at Newcastle. Wow.
Dude, I just, and I'm not saying this like I had this knowledge prior to this morning. I learned something new this morning. You think if you think I was watching Borussia Dortmund games back in 2018, you're wrong. I wasn't.
That's the last person I'd want at center back. I would be okay with Timber there. Ben White seems to be doing a job. You know, I was going to say Zubamendi. Right? I was going to say Zubamendi.
Good. I mean, that's a good guess.
You could play Rice at center back if you wanted to. I mean, that would be, kind of stupid, but, maybe not as stupid as Moreno at center back. Wow, interesting. But, I think I'm okay with Timber at center back for the time being. He's better than Mascara.
Yeah.
Overall.
Mascara's. I mean,
he's still 21 years old, so that's probably not a fair comparison.
Yeah, I think Mascara started off well, but he just, I don't know. I think without, and this is a take that a lot of people have, and I agree with it. Without the stabilizing presence of Saliba or Gabriel on that back line, it's a little chaotic. Like that. And I'm not trying to go back to the Chelsea game and hurt anybody's feelings by going back and talking about the Chelsea game, but our center backs looked like lost for a majority of that match, and that's because it was Nkapie and Mascara without the normal presence of Bill Saliba or Gabriel Magalhaes. So it's one of those things where, like, if I see that starting lineup tomorrow and Saliba isn't there, I'm immediately worried. I don't care who's playing there. Like, or maybe you move Timber inside, and then I say, okay, I feel a little bit better about that. But if we see Moreno at the back line, it's kind of cooked. And I think people were just taking the piss when they were talking about that, especially when we have Jurrien Timbers available. He did play against Brentford, but it was only a cup of coffee when Mascara got injured, and we have Ben White coming off a man of the match performance. So put Timber on the right-handed center back, Ben White in right back. You put Nkapie and Calafiori on the left. Done. Yeah. I think that's a winning recipe, man.
Phil's right. Our man Chill in the chat is right. Timber was a CB when he played at Ajax as well. So, and Ben White is actually, coming off man of the match performance is a good selection, I think, for this Villa game. Do I want Ben White playing against City or Liverpool? I'm not so sure, right? But I think for the Villa game, to have that back four with Calafiori, Nkapie, Timber, Ben White, I think that is actually okay. That's not ideal, but that's the situation we're in. And I truly don't think Saliba will be ready for tomorrow. They said if he trains today, he'll be ready, but I just don't see it. The main person I'm concerned about with, like I mentioned before, was Declan Rice. Is he going to go out there, maybe perform for just a half because he's got, a calf strain or whatever, or a cramp that is a little more than just a cramp? I don't know. But I think with that back four lineup, we should be in pretty good shape. I just, I still got to go 1-1, dude. I just don't see us beating them at Villa Park at this moment in time. If we come out 2-0 winners, I'll be ecstatic. If it's 3-1, I'll be great. But 1-1 for sure. Because Emery can lock it up. We can lock it up. I still think we could score first. But I just don't see us going out there and having this like world-class fucking offensive performance where we put three on them and without them scoring at all. Because Ollie Watkins is going to be up for this. Daniel Mullen's going to be up for it. Again, they've got a pretty solid midfield. They can bring Tillemans on who can, play a pass anywhere over the park. who's someone Tillemans is someone I absolutely wanted at Arsenal 3 years ago, but we left him
Me
stranded
too.
sitting in a hotel room, unfortunately. Nice one there, Arteta. Did you hear about the Tillemans rumor? I think it's
I
more than a
did.
rumor that he was actually at a hotel in London. We were going to meet up with him, and we just never showed up, and
I
left him
did.
and his fiance or his wife literally sitting in a hotel room waiting for us, and we just never contacted him.
Are
I
you
think of
surprised? Are you surprised under an
before Berta.
Edu regime that this happened? Like
No.
I'm not. Like here's the thing, and this is another just shout out to how far we've come in such a short time under Andre Berta, man. Like we got rid of a lot of people that were nothing good for nothing but getting coffee, and the coffee probably sucked too. Like these guys,
Right.
like freaking Garlic and Richard Garlic and all these guys that we just needed to get rid of. And Edu is struggling to get anything going at Forest. Like we got rid
And
of the dead
Olympiacos.
wood, and now we are serious about bringing in players
Right.
that can help us win now.
Right. And
Finally.
Berta's already brought in an associate of his from Napoli. I can't think of the guy's name. If you know in the chat, please put it in. But he did bring a guy in, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago from Napoli. And we got Gabriel Heinze helping out on defense, it looks like. And I always, Heinze was a great player for United, let's be honest. So I think Berta's developing a backroom staff ready to sack this manager if we don't win anything this season. And I'm going to put my chest out there. This manager will get sacked this season if we don't lift a trophy.
If we don't lift a trophy, he will.
I know maybe with the Carling Cup, if we lift that, the Carabao Cup, if we lift that may save his job. Maybe the FA Cup saves his job.
It will save his job if he wins one of those. It'll save his job.
If we don't win any silverware at all this season, he will be gone this summer. I truly believe that. The money spent, the players we brought in, the lack of success we've had in the last 4.5, 5 years, coming in second 3 years in a row. It's like, where are we going? And this is the same reason why I don't understand why Odegaard is still number one playing for us and as a captain. I don't know what this guy brings anymore. And I don't want to go into an Odegaard rant, but I just don't see what this guy brings. And you know what, TJ? I'm kind of shit. That's hilarious. I'm kind of getting, and I was in a chat the other day talking, I think, with our man Hendo and a couple of other legends in here. Is Saka's best days over? Is Saka kind of like, is he looking more expendable? And I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, and I don't know if you want to, focus some of this conversation today about that. But what have we won with Saka?
We haven't won anything with him.
Starboy. He's not a boy anymore, bro. It's not like he's 17 or 18. The Starboy's Max Dowman. Let's be honest. The Starboy's on one area. If he could ever get a game, he'll probably go out and loan in January anyway. But with Saka and Odegaard, what have we won?
We haven't won anything, but that's on the in my opinion, that's the manager. Big up Capo, man. I just had to share that graphic you put in the WhatsApp, bro. It's so funny, so fucking funny. And then
you know if you're available some Friday, we'll have to.
Yeah, if you're available, you can get the link anytime, Capo. You're the fucking man. No, but and then he follows up saying we're gonna bring back Jakub Kiwior. If we bring back Jakub Kiwior, it's cooked. It's over. Like we might as well just show Arteta the door at that point. No, but I think in Dal, I'm talking with some chess here. I think we're gonna win a trophy. I think we win a trophy this year. We are in the best position to win the Premier League than we ever have been before. And especially with the league.
You're saying that before Christmas.
I know I'm saying that before Christmas, bro. But you have to look at everything. You have to look at everything that's going on around us as well. Like I'm not necessarily saying, oh yeah, we're going to go out there and win it. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that we are in the best position. We're in a better position than we were the last time we were top at Christmas, which I believe was 22-23 when fucking AFTV was making shirts about it and all this bullshit. I'm not saying that. Like we're several points ahead. The thing that convinces me about this though is the parity in the league is so much different. Like if we're gonna talk about being like everybody says, oh TJ, like this year the Premier League is shit. No, just the parity below Man City and Arsenal is non-existent. Like you have other than fucking Wolves. Like, but everybody between Wolves and Man City beat you on any given day, maybe except for the exception of Burnley. Like you can maybe add Burnley in the mix, but
straight, I think.
Yeah, but you can look at teams like Sunderland, Newcastle, Fulham. Like you look at Leeds, you see Leeds. Leeds can go out there and beat a big team and compete against a big team, and that's not something that we've seen in the Premier League for years. I think 5 years. When was the last time we had two teams from the Championship stay up? I think the last time we had one stay up was Forest. And that was 2 years ago, 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where I'm just saying, like, am I 100% convinced we're going to win the Premier League? No, because we still have Pep Guardiola and Man City behind us.
Right.
But I'm saying the chances are greater because the parity in the league below us is so much more intense. And I think in terms of talent, we're clear. It's just really about, can this manager make the correct decisions in the key moments where we've seen him lose it before to get us across the finish line? And look, I would be I think Arteta has done a fantastic job so far this season. I think he's done a great job, other than the Man City Liverpool thing. I always have to say that.
Sunderland game.
And Sunderland, I think, was like a moment's game, and they were never going to be denied. Sure. I think when Sunderland comes, and this is my opinion, and I know that I'm not speaking for Dal here, by the way, people. I'm just saying that when Sunderland comes to the Emirates, we're going to pam them. We're going to turn them over. And I truly believe that. I think we're going to win 2-3-0 against Sunderland at home. I think that there is just so much magic at the Stadium of Light right now that in the key moments, in the moments, in the death, Sunderland have been there. And I rate it. I'm a fan of what's going on there. Yeah, it's a lot of fun to watch.
Their matches, because I think their striker Isidore is a very good player, French striker. I mean, Granit Xhaka is at 34, 33, doing Granit Xhaka things. He's absolutely galvanized that team. And there's a couple other players there. I think Ballard has been probably one of the best center backs so far this league. Yep. He scored a great goal against us.
Roby being an absolute fucking just a catalyst to the wins, man. He's a big time player, man. He's a big time player.
I think Ballard is very good, and of course he's a Hale End kid that we let go probably back in 2017, 18, maybe somewhere in there. But your man Chill just absolutely reinforces your point here with the point difference. That's 100%. And that matches your comments, which I agree with. I mean, Sunderland are looking good. Crystal Palace are looking good.
Yep. Crystal Palace.
Jeremy Pino, you could say that's a decent replacement for Eze, right? They went out and got a player that's very creative, very athletic, can score goals, can pick out a pass. And that's really all you need at the end of the day, right? You don't really need, every player needs like an Mbappe Holland type, right? But for Crystal Palace and the financial non-backing they really have, right? They're picking out some really good talent. They have some pretty good, recruitment systems in place, right? Not that I think Jeremy Pino's the end and be all, but it's just like he's been effective for them, right? They're not in 17th, 18th, 19th place, right? I think they're like 10th or 11th, maybe even 9th. I don't know what it looks like, but and Hendo's right. Labrie is a decent manager. He's very calm. Right, he seems to be very methodical. And during that Sunderland game, he brought on 3 attackers in the 60th minute. They weren't giving up, right? And there's something to be said for that. And of course, Sunderland are going to stay up. But no, I think that your comments on that are spot on. And it is, it's fun for me to watch. I think for a lot of us as well. Of course, you, TJ, into the chat. They've always seen the Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, United, and now you can throw City into that. I'm always going to say it's a top 5. Because those are the Champions League places. And I'm not going to include Spurs in this top 6 bullshit, right? Because Spurs are far off the clubs I just mentioned. And I'm not trying to say that as the Spurs. Top 6.
I'm sorry, I don't know who you're talking about.
It's some team that has a cock on their jersey from the North London area.
Okay.
Right. Just kind of noisy, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, is that the team that we absolutely turned over? And it wasn't even an occasion?
And Chelsea beat as well. Yeah, Chelsea beat as well. And they can lift their Euro Cup all day long, but they fired their manager who brought them that. So that's on them. But no, Labrie is a very good manager, Hendo. And I think that, he could have a career in the Premier League, but he also seems that, as moving on maybe to a bigger club over time, but he also seems like he's really got this fan base, these Black Cat fans, and this team like firing on all cylinders. Yeah, they're not going to win every match. They may not draw, every match as well, but they play to win. And that's what I like to see. And who would have thought Sunderland would be in their sixth or seventh place?
Sixth place.
Sixth place. I mean, that is just a story in itself. So I think after it's all said and done, if and when we win the league, does Labrie become the best man? Is Labrie nominated as manager of the year? I don't know, right? I mean, it's a great story, but I still think you're right that they come to our house, we turn them over. Because that Stadium of Light is a big place to play. Big up, Vader. Hope you're doing well,
big
buddy.
up, Vader, every time. Big up everybody in the chat. Make sure you're smashing the likes. Get your comments in. Get your opinions in. Is this the year for Arsenal? Is the parity in the league enough for Arsenal to get over the line? Do we have enough squad depth? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat, people. I do want to get to the World Cup draw, but before we do, I want to get your lineup for tomorrow.
My lineup for tomorrow is Rea, Calafiori, Nkape, Timber, Ben White, and then the usual suspects. But I think, I'm going to go Rice, Zubamendi, Odegaard. But I think Eze's going to be on the left, right? I think Eze's going to be on the left because Martinelli, my left winger, it's not happening for him in the Prem, bro. He looks great. Champions League, he's got 5 out of 5 goals in Champions League. That stinker against Chelsea was absolutely shit. But at the same time, TJ, was he told to do that? Right? That's the thing we just don't know, right? We just don't know if it's just play defensively. We'll use Saka as the outlet instead of you. We don't know, right? And I think that affects his game. So I'm going to go Eze on the left. Does Gyökeres start? I'm not so sure. So I got to go with Moreno and of course Saka. But I think Madueke should come on early in the second half because I'm not so sure about Saka's fitness, to be honest. And we'll see what Moreno can produce. If he scores a goal, he may get a longer extension. But I wouldn't even mind seeing Gyökeres come on in like the 56th minute or so, the 60th minute, because he needs time, bro. He just needs time. And but what I don't want to see though is Gyökeres out there begging for the ball like he did against Brentford and Odegaard just basically shutting him. I don't get this pass to the side stuff. Well, I do get it because that's what we've seen for the last 4.5 years. But
yes,
we have a very good striker, and I said this before, and I'm saying it again, my bro. If Sporting Lisbon midfield can figure it out, and Sporting Lisbon's manager, I don't know if he's still there now, can figure it out.
Sporting Lisbon's manager was Ruben Amorim.
Thank you. But
yeah,
well, wasn't it? I thought
he left Man United for the beginning, but he won. Ruben Amorim won a title with Sporting with him there.
It's my 51-year-old memory. Thank you.
It's totally fine.
If Ruben Amorim can figure out a directiveness, how to use a potent striker, someone who can dribble past a couple of CBs and slot the ball in the net, why can't this manager? Why does it have to go out wide so much? Why can't we play more centrally? Because we have the target man now. We spent the money. It's definitely a Berta signing because, is Arteta even remotely looking at Gyökeres? Does he even want to play with that sort of style of play? And I disagree. I don't think he does. So I guess my lineup again, the new 4 that we got because of injuries: Right, Zubamendi, Odegaard, Eze, Moreno, and Saka. And I still think he goes with Moreno, but I would like to see Gyökeres start, but I just don't think that's going to happen yet. Not in a game away at Villa, who are definitely in form. And I think my prediction's 1-1. I don't think there's a winner out of this.
Hey, that's fine. That's more than fair. Okay. I'm going to go Ray and net. And guys, put your starting 11s in the chat too, Arsenal fans. Big up everybody in the chat right now as usual. I'm saying it more often now because I need to get these likes up. So get these likes up and get these subs up, smash a like, share the show around, people. Share the show. I'm going to go obviously Raya and net. I would not be surprised, Dal. I'm going to throw this out in the universe now. I would not be surprised to see Kepa start against Club Brugge. So I bet we're gonna see Club Brugge is our Champions League game next week.
Oh, okay.
I think we're gonna rotate pretty heavily against that because we're gonna make the playoffs. I don't think you're gonna start seeing some pretty heavy rotation. Yeah,
I think
you're gonna start seeing some heavy rotation
too. That's a very good call.
Absolutely. So, but in terms of Aston Villa, we need to play it as strong as we can. So obviously David Rea in net, Ricardo Calafiori at left, Hincapié, my Ecuadorian center back. You can hold that RSM. Timber, if Saliba's not available, Timber at center back, Ben White at right back. I don't want to see Marino anywhere near that back line.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, so those people that are crazy. Yeah, top eight, not playoffs. We don't want to see the playoffs. Marino. It's fucking hilarious.
Nice.
Yeah, Declan Rice, if he's fit. If he's not totally fit, don't play him. But obviously Odegaard, unfortunately, Odegaard, Rice, and Zubimendi. And then on the left, Eze. On the right, Saka. Up top, Victor Gyökeres. But I wouldn't be surprised.
Who's going to be over there over Moreno?
No, I don't think Moreno starts this one. Let's see where I get frustrated, and if he does start up top, and where I'm going to get frustrated is, like we were talking about earlier in the show, if you don't start giving Gyökeres serious minutes, if you're starting to bench him for a Spanish center midfielder, then we have serious fucking problems. We have serious problems, and this. And big up Chinlu. This is a problem because if Victor Gyökeres is fit, there's no reason why Marino should be starting in the 9. We 100%. Paid 60 million for this guy, 60 million plus for this guy, and we are playing a Spanish midfielder up top. That is a big problem. So you need to start betting this guy in, and we need to start getting serious minutes so we can start balling.
Right. Well, if he doesn't, right, and I get your point 100%. Because if it's not now, then when? And Gyökeres is going to start asking that too. Why not me, Gaffer? Like
why did you bring me here?
On the bench or giving me microwave minutes. Why am I here? Right. And we knew this when we signed him that he wasn't going to get the 30 plus goals. Like that just wasn't going to happen. Right. But I'm still going to stick at 16. In the Prem, maybe 20 all comps, because there's still a lot of games to play, right? And I believe that Moreno cannot be the guy. He cannot sustain the rest of the season of playing striker, because I just don't know where the goals are going to come from, unless it's the perfect cross, unless it's the perfect pass, unless it's the perfect set piece. He is a good header of the ball, I'll give him that, right? But it's got to, the stars have to align for him to score a goal. That's just how I feel, about it. Well, I see Gyökeres kind of can create things, but Moreno kind of just can be at the right place again. I mean, we talked about this, can be at the right place at the right time. He can score, and that's great. Yep. But that's not the style of play that I grew up watching Arsenal play. Free flowing, get the ball centrally, put it out wide to Robert Perez at the time. And then later on, get it out wide to Walcott. Hell, you can have Alexander Kleb back in the day, right? I mean, it's just, we had such weapons in Bergkamp and Henry and Freddie Ljungberg, right? We had such weapons in Henry and Bergkamp at that time, and we had a weapon in Olivier Giroud. Let's be honest, bro. And Adebayor. Like, I mean, this is a club that's known for its strike force.
Theo Walcott for a minute there, too.
Right, it's Theo Walcott who did some things there in the 2014 season or something like that, or even earlier.
It wasn't terrible. That's all I'm saying.
It sounded like big up, Benito. The stars are
nobody sounds as happy clappy as Hooks, except for maybe Miguel.
I like Hooks's excitement for sure. I do watch.
We're all excited. We're all excited. Okay, we're all excited.
I'm excited that like you said before, we're positioned well. But when the ball turns yellow, late January, February rolls around, we will see where we're at. We will see where we're at, because February, March, that's when this manager starts to do a little Tinkerman stuff, right? And can't get it over the line. Facts. But we are, like you said, we are in a good position now. And Ian Wright, thank you, Chill.
Of course, Ian Wright.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. That was, probably just started watching Arsenal then when he was probably like his second or third year with the club. But yeah, so yeah, it just adds to the list of names I just said. And you can even throw Aubameyang in there. I mean, I wouldn't put Lacazette because he just stopped running, but we're known for having some top striker talent, and we have a very good striker now. If we could just get some service to him, and like Kendo's saying, if Odegaard's in, the advantage Villa, yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
because Odegaard's not doing it for me, dude.
I will say this right now. I will say this. I will not be upset if I see Eze in the 10 and we see like a different left side, like maybe like a Nani. Yeah, that was what I was thinking. Yeah. Nani. Because Trossard's injured. Trossard's injured, and Martinelli is just showing me time and time again that he cannot start matches.
He ain't up for this, bro. Yeah. And unfortunately, I'm always singing redemption song, right? Every time he scores, but those have all been Champions League games.
Yep.
Right. They've all been Champions League games so far this season. And I got his shirt. I got the black and gold with Martinelli 11 on the back, right? Because he was coming off a 15-16 goal season. So
is Trossard back?
That's nice.
If Trossard's back, then start him. That's what I'm going to say. Trossard's been fantastic for us lately. You're sure? Okay, big up Karaskine. All right, then. Yeah, then I put Trossard on the left. And just to wrap this
exactly.
Just to wrap this up, can't have Zubimendi and Odegaard in the middle.
100%, bro.
We'll get bowled over. But I'm gonna go 2 on Arsenal just because.
Okay.
But I would not be surprised. One fucking bit. If we get a draw, not one bit.
Yeah.
And based on the performance, people ask me, TJ, will you be upset if we drop points? Let's talk about the performance. At this point in the season, performances are so important, and that's why I was so pissed off. I wasn't like pissed off about Chelsea, but I was disappointed because the performance wasn't good. So it is what it is. So. Big up H. Yeah, we're not starting out. We just did that, bye guys. So let's go hit the back button a little bit. All right. So Dal, let's just do a quick review of the draws because I put it in the title. The freaking guys, the show was awful. So this is all I should have just watched. I should have just came here to the website and did it that way because it's just absolutely insane how much of a joke that show was.
Can you pull the draw? Oh, there you go.
So here's the draws. So out of Group A, you have Mexico, South Africa, Korea Republic, and European Playoff D. European Playoff D could be any of the following 4 teams. You got the Czech Republic, the Republic of Ireland, Denmark, and North Macedonia.
Let me ask you a question. So are we waiting for those games to be played to put them in the group?
We're waiting for those games to be played. It could be any of those 4 teams. It could be any of those 4 teams
between now and June. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Be glad, and don't go back. Don't go back and watch it. It's an absolute shit show. And America should be ashamed for being a part of it.
We got all the information you need, bro.
Yeah, we got all the information you need right here, man. We're gonna review it. So Dal, just based off of that, who do you think gets out of the group?
One team.
I think it's 2 teams.
2 teams. Mexico, Republic of Ireland, baby. Let's go.
You think Republican of Ireland make it?
I do. I want to see an Ireland-Scotland final.
That would be hilarious. Yeah, I think it's Mexico and
England, Ireland would be good too.
Yeah, I think it's Mexico. Yeah, Mexico and Korea will get out of it.
Okay.
Mexico and Korea. All right, let's keep it separate and put your predictions in the chat too, people. I already put in a couple of features for the World Cup, and it's freaking December. All right, you can call me a degenerate gambler. I threw a couple of fivers in there. I'm not even gonna lie.
As you should.
Arsenal fans, get ready for a stinky low block and counter ball. We'll see.
Absolutely,
we'll see. And big up Donversation TV, big up Don C every single time. Hit that like.
Send me that link, Don. I'm ready to do a show with you when you're ready. Send the link.
Don C. I haven't even been invited to Don C's channel. How insane is that?
It just shows how
insane. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm at the back of the line with this guy.
TJ. I'm at the man in person. I know priority.
Yeah, you got priority. You know what? You're right. You got priority. Damn it. All right, Group B. You got Canada, Qatar, Switzerland, and the winner of the following playoff, which is hold on. Italy, Northern Ireland, Wales, or Bosnia and Herzegovina. I think it's safe to. Well, actually, it might not be safe to say, but I'll say it's safe to say. I'm gonna go Italy makes it out of there.
They got
I think
pumped
Italy
so
makes it
much
out of
by
there.
Norway. I mean, they do have Holland and they do have Nusa, who I rate.
Italy just
Italy,
don't have strikers, man. They just don't have an attack. It's kind of crazy.
they are, yeah. Right
The
there,
fact
no,
that
they're
Italy
solid
is even
defensively.
here
I
is
mean, they got
crazy.
like, what's that guy? What's the guy that starts with a B from Inter?
Oh
I
fuck, I
can't think of
forget.
his name. Bastoni.
Estonia,
Yeah, no, he's tight.
dude.
No, but I
Yeah,
think if Italy don't make that path, yeah,
no,
right. Well,
it's
yeah,
crazy if they don't.
that's
They're
peak if they
cooked
don't.
if they don't.
Um, no, but no, I'm gonna go Italy and Switzerland as well. If I remember, Jacques is on the Swiss team, I believe. So he's captaining the Swiss
Yeah,
team, I
he's
believe.
captain of the Swiss team.
I
Now,
don't know much about Canada besides Jonathan David, and he can't carry a team. So Italy and Switzerland for me.
yep. Italy, Switzerland for me as well.
Oh
Okay,
boy.
this is where it gets fun, man. This is going to be
Right.
really fun to watch. Group C is going to be great eats, man. Brazil, Morocco, Haiti, and Scotland. Man, this is one of those groups where I think it might be a little bit more crazy than people want to give it credit for.
Right. Morocco
I
or
think
no
that
marks, bro.
I think that Morocco Brazil is going to be insane to watch. Even Morocco and in Scotland will be insane to watch. So yeah, man, I think Brazil and I have to go Brazil Morocco, but there's going to be some tasty games in there. I'm really
Right.
excited for that.
Yeah, we
What do
know
you think?
Haiti's not going to cut it.
Yeah, sorry, Haiti. Big up.
Go with my, since I'm 80% Irish, Scottish, I got to go with Brazil and Scotland.
Brazil and Scotland. Okay.
I think Scotland are underrated a bit. John McGinn's a good player. Kieran Tierney with an absolute stunner last month.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the team sheet, there's some pretty familiar
Scott
names
McTominay, man. McManus, bro.
Scott McTominay, Serie A Player of the Year last year.
Yep.
And this year, I think so far, or something like that. I read. Maybe it was last year. I
Dude,
think
he was
last
up for
year.
he was top 20 for the Ballon d'Or. Like the Scott McTominay.
Right.
It just shows you what happens when you leave Manchester United.
You become successful. Yeah, no. I think my wife just says, you are not 80% Scottish. Yeah, we heard me in the background. Okay, what, 50%, 52? I don't know, something like that.
He's on the internet, Mrs. Dow. It's fine. He doesn't have to tell the truth.
Yeah, Mrs. Dow is just overhearing me and laughing at me. No, but I got to pick Scotland. I'm sorry, Morocco, but I got to pick Scotland and Brazil.
Scotland and Brazil
have some, yeah.
All right, no, I want some upsets, man. Like I want to see some crazy things coming out of the group.
I do like Morocco.
Yep. All right, so in Group D, you got the United States of America, Paraguay, Australia, and one of the four teams out of Path C, which is Slovakia, Kosovo, Turkey, and Romania. I'll go first on this one. The U.S. are going to struggle.
Absolutely.
They're going to struggle. And if everybody is saying, I was seeing people saying, oh, cupcake, U.S. are going to get out of that easily. No, they're not. No, they're not. If you have watched this team under Mauricio Pochettino, they don't look any better than they did under Greg Berhalter. Not a freaking 5-1 over a dead Uruguay team is not going to convince me that this manager is not a fucking fraud. Okay? So you look at that path. I'll tell you right now, Turkey's making it out.
I would say if Romania was in there, I'd say Turkey and Romania get out of there together.
Yeah, dude. The fact that Turkey and Romania are there are having to take a path is kind of crazy to me. But it's Turkey. It's gonna be Turkey.
Absolutely.
And Turkey absolutely bent us over 4-0 no less than 3 months ago. We can get absolutely pammed in this path, and nobody is saying enough. And look, and Paraguay in the Copa America, we lost to them. People forget. They beat us on our home soil 2-1. I've not forgotten that. Again, it was under Greg I don't remember. Yeah, it was under Greg Berhalter. Of course, I remember that. I think it was the Tim Weah fucking red card. It was absolutely insane. And we guys, I'm going to go ahead and say it now, and people aren't going to like it, and I hope I'm wrong. but it's going to be Paraguay and Turkey that make it out of this group.
Chris Wood for Australia. Chris Wood, mate. Don't underestimate Woody.
Oh, that was Panama. Whatever. Who cares? Dude, Paraguay we can lose. TJL, but Paraguay we can still lose. Trust me.
South American countries, Central American countries. I have to look at a map. I'm going Turkey finishing. I'm going Turkey and Paraguay as well. Australia has Chris Wood. There's no.
Is Chris Wood from New Zealand? Is he?
Oh, thank you. Hey, it's close enough. Logic.
That's why we're the American idiots.
Thank you, God. Yeah,
he is New Zealand. I thought he was Australian too. Yeah,
okay. With that being said, then yeah, USA
Dude,
just Paraguay. Yeah,
don't care. To be honest.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go backwards. I'm gonna say Turkey and the USA.
USA, Paraguay, last 5 games. I'm dead serious.
So Chris Wood is from Oceania. There we go. How's that sound? The Oceania League.
Yeah, so I'm telling you, Paraguay. Let's see, last couple of matches.
I don't even.
Paraguay guys
in the Premier League.
Yeah, Paraguay has beaten us before.
Hincape is from Uruguay, right?
Yeah, no, he's from Ecuador.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, fine, guys. Fine. You guys want me to guilt me into it? I'm doing fine. USA, Turkey. Let's do it. Fuck it. You know, who cares? We're not making it strong. We're not making it far. Australia's not making it far either. Let's get into better groups now. This is a tasty one. I like this one. Germany, Curacao, the Ivory Coast. I don't know how to say it the right way. So Ivory Coast and Ecuador. Hincapié and Caicedo, that freaking shin kicker.
Who are you picking?
Germany and Ecuador.
Curacao. Germany and who? Ecuador? Really?
Yeah, Germany and Ecuador.
That's Ivory Coast? Oh, man.
Dude, I just think that I think the Ecuadorian defense is too much for
Warrior Jays.
Ivory
Warrior
and
Jays
Ivory
on the and saying Ivory Coast and Ecuador, leaving Germany out of there. Come on, bro.
Yeah. Well, Ivory Coast finished. Finished third, but I think it has to be Germany, Ecuador, right? I think it has to be Germany, Ecuador.
I'm going Germany, Ivory Coast.
Yeah. Did I just lose all my Twitter? I just lost all my Twitter viewers. What the hell just happened? Anyway, who cares? YouTube is the best. Twitter hype. Okay. Group B.
You picked USA.
Yeah, it's good. That dude. As soon as I didn't pick the USA, they dropped me.
Like, forget this American fraud.
Yeah, forget this fuck. He's a fraud. DJ Cheese sending a Scud missile to my house right now because
Germany, Ecuador. I gotta go Ivory Coast, man. They're very athletic, very strong.
So you're doing Germany, Ivory Coast?
Yeah, I mean Ecuador are decent. I'll give it that, but I just think Ivory Coast, as you know, they're World Cup heritage. Let's be honest. I mean, I know they haven't won it, but they've always been kind of a tough team to break down.
That's more than fair. Dude, it's your choice, man. I would love to see it. I would love to see the more African teams, the better, in my opinion.
Right.
The more African 100%. Teams, the better. Okay, Group F. Ooh. This is another one. This is another tasty one. So Playoff B. Playoff B is Ukraine, Sweden, Poland, and Albania. Who do you think makes it out of that?
Sweden, absolutely. Goikarez. All day. Yeah.
Goikarez, Isak.
Freaking
Alenga. Alenga's there. Alenga's Swedish.
Yep. That's got to be Netherlands, Sweden.
Netherlands. Dude, I got Netherlands and Japan all day long. Japan are a fucking team, dude.
Oh, they're good. They're good, bro.
Japan are good.
They're not as good as Sweden, bro. Or Netherlands. And I think Netherlands first, Sweden second. So, I mean, Japan will put up a fight, but I think, you know, if Isak finds some kind of form, you know, and so I know there's some other players like Alonga, if he's in there, Goikarez, it could be peak for Japan if they got to play against Sweden.
Yeah.
So I'm going Sweden, Netherlands.
Okay, you're going Sweden, Netherlands. I'm going Netherlands and Japan. I just think Japan are a team, man. They can play. They can ball. Like as a they can fucking ball. Like it's fun to watch. I can't and watching them in Qatar as well get as far as they did. I think they got to the quarterfinals last year, last time they got farther than the U.S. I think they
Yeah,
upset
they're far
Germany.
better than the U.S.
They're a baller. They're a balling team.
Dolly
Okay,
Parton.
Dolly Parton.
There's Chris Wood.
There's Chris Wood there in New Zealand. You know what? We were
Shout
just
out
getting
Yeti.
confused. We were just getting confused by the flag.
Yeah, exactly. It was
Group
the
G.
flag.
Group G. You got Belgium, Egypt, the Iran, and New Zealand. This is an interesting one, actually.
Who you got?
I got. I think it's pretty easy, but it could be. It might be interesting if Egypt, Belgium easily get out of it. I think.
Yeah, they're gonna smash some teams 4 or 5-0. I think in there.
Yeah, they're gonna smash New Zealand and maybe Iran. I think Egypt is gonna struggle, but they're gonna make it. I got Belgium and Egypt.
If Mo Salah can do his things, not that he's been great at Liverpool this season, but he will be ready for this. And so my first was Belgium, then Egypt as well. I don't know much about Iran. I know they have some players that play.
The only team I know there, the only guy I know that plays there is Taremi. I don't know any other Iranian.
I don't know who that is. And New Zealand to me is just Chris Wood, not Australian.
Taremi's he's a striker for Olympiacos. Like that's. Yeah,
I don't know any of that. Yeah, and if they ride on the backs of Mo Salah, maybe Mo Salah can get 1 or 2, a couple goals against Iran, a couple goals against New Zealand, they'll win it.
Yep.
And I don't know, and I thought Egypt at one time had a pretty decent striker as well, but I don't know who else plays for New Zealand besides Chris Wood. Now that I know that, but no, Belgium and Egypt.
Yeah. I mean, and I want to see. I'm excited to see. Isn't Marmouche is Egypt? I think, right? Marmouche. Guys, put me in the chat. This is why I shouldn't be. Guys, this is why I should. Yeah, he's Egyptian. This is why I shouldn't be a football YouTuber. Sometimes I just forget where people are from. All right, this is going to be an easy one, I think. Group H: Spain, Cabo Verde, Saudi Arabia, and Uruguay. I think
that's Spain, Uruguay all day.
Yeah. And Uruguay's finished too. Uruguay won't go far. Uruguay is awful, but the problem is that Saudi Arabia and Cabo Verde are Cabo Verde is just a small team. Good Cinderella story to get here, but they're not gonna qualify out of this, I don't think.
No, that's all Uruguay and Spain. And Spain could even be in the final.
I have Spain winning it. So spoiler alert, I have Spain winning it. Group I, you have France, Senegal. That's an interesting one. FIFA playoff tournament 2, which I don't know who's in that one, to be honest. And then, I have no idea. I don't know. I only have the Euro spots up, so maybe I can look that up.
Okay.
And then Norway, France, Senegal, unnamed team in Norway. Let me see. World Cup playoff. Oh yeah, World Cup playoffs. Here we go. So in path 1. So we've got playoff tournament 2. Big up TK all the time. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Big up my guy. You know what I'm saying? All right. You got playoff final 2. I don't know what. Just name the teams. Why don't you put the flags on there? Like, why is this? Why does this have to be a fucking civics lesson, bro? Like, I don't get. I don't get it, bro. I really don't.
I don't either, dude.
FIFA. Hold on. FIFA 2026 World Cup playoff. Because I gotta get these right. Playoff paths.
You gotta get them right.
I gotta get it right, because otherwise, how am I supposed to do a freaking a YouTube show? Right? Exactly. Exactly right. Okay. Pathway 2. All right. Here we go. So you got New Caledonia playing against Jamaica in the Pathway 1 semifinal. So
is that the one that's going against France and Norway?
Yes. So no, actually Pathway 2. Hold on. Pathway 2. Okay, so we're talking about Pathway 2. So Pathway 2 is Bolivia versus Suriname.
Okay.
And they win, and they will go ahead if they beat Iraq.
Oh. I favor Iraq. over both of those teams, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm gonna. You know what? I'll go with Iraq too. Iraq
Okay,
makes
so
it.
let's say Iraq is in there. It's still going to be France and Norway.
Yeah, I agree. France and Norway again. I agree completely.
Oh God,
Yeah, this is a freaking
this is
cakewalk.
Argentina and
This is
Argentina.
a cakewalk, bro. I can't
Yeah,
believe when I
that's a
saw this,
joke.
I'm like, they are making it so Messi has the easiest path forward. Like, I couldn't
Ah,
believe what I was
now
watching.
comes the conspiracy theories. Yes,
I mean,
fantastic.
dude, the same reason why Inter Miami made that
Argentina and
preseason Club World
Argentina.
Cup.
If I got
I'm
to
never
bet
gonna get off
too,
of
I,
that,
I
bro.
got to go. I got to go Argentina and Algeria, man. Algeria's got some ballers.
Yep, I'm
Algeria's
gonna
got
go
some ballers.
Argentina, Jordan. Dude, I haven't watched enough of Jordan, but I don't think I'm not choosing Jordan. I'm going Argentina, Algeria
And
as well.
Zinedine Zidane was French Algerian.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Group J, Warrior J agrees with me, so that's why I know my ball knowledge is off the charts. By the way, guys, smash the likes and make sure you're commenting on the video. If you agree with us, post
Yeah,
in the
big up
video.
everyone.
If you disagree with us, comment on the video and say, TJ, your ball knowledge is in the group. TJ, you're the worst YouTube
Fucking
football
Portugal.
YouTuber I've ever
Oh,
seen.
God.
And I'll be like, okay, I agree with you. All right. Pathway 1 in this group. New Caledonia take on Jamaica, and the winner of that will take on Congo.
Jamaica all day.
You want Jamaica? I don't think Jamaica make it past Congo, to be honest.
Really?
Jamaica, they just lost their manager, man. He stepped down.
Okay.
Yeah, but coming out of this group, you got Portugal. Whoever wins that, I'm gonna say Congo. You say Congo, or I say Congo. You say
Congo, fair enough,
Jamaica.
yeah.
Uzbekistan and
Portugal,
Colombia.
Colombia all day.
It's Portugal, Colombia. Like
Is
let's just be
James
real.
Rodriguez still playing? He's like 37.
Oh, I think this will probably be his last one.
Wow. Okay. I mean,
yeah,
that's Portugal all day. It's got to be the Ronaldo farewell.
Yep.
Yeah, but Portugal
Congo. People are saying Congo.
Good, right?
People believe in Congo, man. I don't know. We'll see. I think Congo will make the group, but I don't think they'll make it out of it.
They're not beating Portugal or Colombia, bro. They might, and they may draw with Uzbekistan. That's got 0-0 written all over it.
Yeah.
Portugal and Colombia for sure.
I agree 100%. Okay, Group L, Portugal, Congo. Dude, we got a lot of Congolese fans out there, man. That's fine. That's fine. I love that take. This is a fun group. I am very happy about this group. I'm not going to lie, because England are going to struggle to get out of it.
Don't they always struggle against Croatia? Am I not wrong?
They always struggle against Croatia. The Black Stars are no fucking mugs.
They're no mugs.
Panama are feisty. Like, don't underestimate Panama either.
But Ghana, I would bet for Ghana going against Panama all day.
Yeah, of course. But I don't think Panama make it out of the group, but I think they'll be I think it'll be feisty. Dude, I just hate
those three.
Panama.
That's a tough pick, man, because we know Croatia can do some things, right? They've got some good strikers.
They got some good ballers.
Yeah, all around good, good players. Let's be controversial. Just go Croatia, Ghana. What do our English think of that? Yeah.
If fun reason, it'll fit good. Dude, I live with that rent free in my head. TKA, I've not forgotten that.
Henry?
God,
you talking about Henry?
Yeah, he's talking about Henry. When Panama scored the winner against us in the Gold Cup semifinal, and he went up to Henry and called him his hero and shit. Is Modric playing in this World Cup? Yeah, I'm assuming he is, because he's playing in Serie A, man. I'm assuming he's playing.
Milan, which is my Italian club, so yeah, I would think so. He's probably the captain. It's probably his last one too.
Yep.
I love Ghana, man. I do. I like players. I mean, God, they've had some incredible players in the Prem. Well, and in France, in all of world football, but I think Croatia just have that sort of edge. I've got to go. I'm gonna go Croatia first and England second.
Yeah,
I just don't have much faith. And who's the manager now? Lee Carsley?
For who?
England, or is it Gareth Southgate?
Tuchel,
of course. God, what am I thinking? God, I must really not be paying attention to world football.
No, it's Tuchel.
Okay. Tuchel is a cup coach. Very true, Sufal. But Croatia are tough, man. I'm going to go Croatia first, England second. And I know I do rate Tuchel. I do rate Tuchel. He's a football brain. But is it going to be? It always seems like it's just so big for England. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's always this big.
It's
I know it's a big occasion, but there's always extra with England. Am I not? Am I?
You're not. No, you're not wrong. I think they make it bigger than it is. They have all the talent in the world, man. They're top 4 ranked in this tournament, man. And it's absolutely insane how they play down to the competition that they play against. Like I'll never forget that 0-0 against us in Qatar.
They
could have pammed us. Freaking Saka was destroying our back line. They just couldn't score.
Yep.
It was
I remember
insane.
2010, Steven Gerrard. I think you're right. I think it gets in the English players' heads, but they will have a Declan Rice who we know can do Declan Rice things. But I think Croatia are just the match.
Tyler Adams, man of the match. I remember that was a fantastic game.
I gotta go like my man Warrior J. Thank you. I gotta go Croatia, bro. Croatia than England. England there's gonna be a slip up, but having Tuchel there is more reaffirming than having that fraud Southgate. So I'm still going Croatia first, England second.
I'll go England first, Croatia second, but I think England's going to struggle. I think England's going to struggle. I'm not going to lie. This is a very interesting group.
They're going to struggle against Ghana for sure. Sure. That will be an interesting match. Panama, I think all 3 of those teams can beat Panama on any given day. But
agreed.
Yeah, England will struggle against Ghana, and they're definitely going to struggle against Croatia.
Yeah, but agreed. All right, well, guys, we will be talking about the World Cup here. Obviously, it's in the U.S. I'm in a city where it's gonna be, so I'm gonna go party down in downtown Kansas City when everybody's here. So you got to get into the spirit. And I don't know what teams are coming yet, but we will get that schedule and we'll see it. But if an England plays or a big team comes out here and plays, I'm gonna try to get tickets, but I'm not gonna mortgage my fucking house to do it. That's dude. You have to pay to be a part of the draw. It's absolutely insane.
A pal of mine at work, he got 4 group games for Seattle, and he got also a playoff game for Seattle.
Damn.
So he spent a lot of money. In fact, he won the lottery draw or whatever it is. He was picked in the lottery, and he bought extra tickets too. That he was going to give to one guy to go down to LA. So he's got tickets for an LA game as well, but that was too much money for his buddy. So he's selling those. I think he bought those for like $800 a piece that he's selling for like $1,500 a piece for just one playoff game in LA. I'm sure I got all that right, but he's going to be up in Seattle the whole time. So big up him, my buddy Aaron. Big up Aaron.
Yeah, big up Aaron every single time, man. Hey, no, still big him up, man. I'm very, very happy that there are people that are going to the matches. I just didn't try. Yeah, but big up Hendo every single time. Big up everybody. We are going to close out. Tell me who the fuck is live so we can redirect to them. But this has been American Idiots 11-3. Good God, that's a lot of episodes.
Wow.
But yeah, by the way, if Ireland qualify for Group A, it's me versus Prime. Then I'm going for Ireland to qualify out of Group A. Then I want all of the creators to have their teams go against each other, so it's just an absolute crash out. I need to see A+ content. I need to see in the later rounds. I need to see England versus France. I need to see these huge matches. I need to see more of our African brothers, all of our African teams get through. You got Kunle out there in Nigeria. I need to see Nigeria get in. Like, actually, Nigeria isn't even in it. Nigeria can't even qualify. Never mind. That's terrible.
You still got Ghana and Ivory Coast.
Still got Ghana, Ivory Coast, Morocco. Yep, Morocco. You got a bunch of people. You got my guy.
Yildiz coming in. We'll see Yildiz play because I want him at Arsenal. Right? Yep. Turkey has some ballers. Yeah. I'm trying to think of a couple other, but I can't off the top of my head because I don't follow like overall world football as much as you do. Right? I'm more of a Prem and Serie A guy than anything. So.
Hey man.
No, but it'll be great. I really want to see Keenan Yildiz play because I do watch him at Juve when I've got the time, and he looks the real deal, man. At 20, 21 years old,
I've seen him score a couple of bangers This just in the Champions League. I don't watch
Right.
Serie A, but I do watch I have if Arsenal are playing, I'll have the Arsenal game on or the Galazzo show on another screen,
Right,
and I've seen
right.
Yildiz have some absolute bangers out there.
Yeah, he's highly rated.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. Well, Dal, any last words before we ride off into the sunset? We'll be live. We might be live tonight for some COD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might have to have a little Call of Duty stream later on.
Yep.
That's what me and TJ rage at this Black Ops 7. No, any last words? No, I just I'm not hanging. I'm probably not going to get up at 4:15 in the morning to watch us draw against Villa. Villa are the in-team form right now, along with us, if you can even say us, but I think you can because we're obviously top of the league. But I just think this game has a 1-1 written all over it. I would be ecstatic for a 2-0, 3-0, 3-1 win, but I just don't think we're going to get that many by them at Villa Park. I don't see that happening. And Emery will have those players ready because he always does against Arteta. Let's go back, 2 years ago when he decided to play Gabriel Jesus and fucking Donkey 29 and we lost 2-0 to Villa and lost the league, right? Unai Emery.
Yep.
So with that said, the game's a little early for me. There's a 1% chance I'll be up for that. To
Dude,
get up
it's
in the
2 hours later for me. It's 2 hours later for me in the day, and I'm still probably not going to get up, dude. I know it is, and I might not. I still might not get up for it. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah,
I'm just. It's just
the
these 6:30 games, bro. Fuck.
I know these lunchtime games over in the UK are tough for us here on the West Coast, and even in Central America. Not Central Time. I shouldn't say Central America.
Central America.
Yeah, it's Central Time in America. So
this is how you know we've been talking for too long. We're just muddling words 90 minutes in.
My last words are big up everyone in the chat. Thanks, a lot of people I haven't seen in a while. Shout out TK, Warrior J, and of course my man Hendo and Chill, Private Ping Pong in the building. Yeah, let's just up the arsenal. Let's hope we get a win. But I'm not. My prediction's 1-1.
All right. So, there you go.
Hope everyone's well. Happy holidays. Hope everyone had a good holiday.
Yep. Absolutely. And guys, big up TK, big up everybody, big up Becky, especially for the super chat. We always appreciate any donations to the channel. We're going to go ahead and redirect you over to Football Carnage. Go over there and say TJ Warren TV raid. Will is a fucking loser, but he is a funny motherfucker. So we're going to go
Madrid brethren.
Oh my God, the Madrid thing. Anyway, shout out everybody in the chat who's subscribed. Shout out everybody who's liked the video. Get us up to 30 likes before the end of the day. I will be watching. And guys, we will see you on the next one. Later.